everyone. Ignore the state of me. I've been in these clothes for 2 days now, which are actually my like painting clothes, so I'm covered in paint and dust and all sorts. But I'm currently taking the Christmas trees down and just having a little bit of like a clean and tidy around the house. It's that awkward time between Christmas and New Year where you just don't really know what day it is or anything, but I'm back at work quite early, like straight after New Year, so I want to get the trees down and just like get things sorted. Louis upstairs working on the nursery, which is in a separate video. I've got some updates in the like kitchen as well. Louis started building our sort of like fireplace chimney breast wall in that room, so I'll show you how far he got with that. He was doing that yesterday. Oh hi Nelson, say hello, Merry Christmas everyone. But yeah, I'm hoping to maybe try and get some like new cushion covers and some prints and stuff up on the wall in here. It would be nice to try and like gradually finish off this room a little bit, because obviously we've been in here for a couple of months now, but it's still not how I want it to be. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue taking the Christmas trees down. I've already done the Christmas tree in the like back kitchen room, so I'll show you how that room's looking and update you in there. But yeah, I'm just taking the one down in the living room at the moment. So ignore all of the bits and bobs that are here. This is obviously our Christmas bits that need to go upstairs, but this is what Louis been doing over the past couple of days. So this is like our little living area of the kitchen, and this is what we always planned on doing with sort of like a media slash fireplace wall. So this isn't completely finished. He still needs to put some extra like bits of wood down there. Like the opening for the fire won't be that big, it will be a little bit smaller. But yeah, basically there will be a log burner in the middle here. We're just going to go with our electric log burner, and I've mentioned this before, but our electric log burner is currently in this living room in here, so we'll probably keep this where it is just for the foreseeable future. We're not planning on moving this anytime soon, but eventually this electric log burner will go in that back room, and we'll get a real log burner in here, because this is a real it's a proper chimney breast, so we can hopefully just like drop a flue down, use the actual chimney, get a real log burner there eventually. Not anytime soon, but that's sort of the plan. So that fire will go in the middle here, and then TV will go above, and then eventually as well, we're not going to do this yet. Louis just sort of done this because it was quite a cheap and easy job to do really. The wood didn't cost very much, and we do actually have some plasterboard upstairs, so we can potentially like get the plasterboard on and then just get the plaster around at some point to plaster this bit, get the telly on the wall, and we're sort of getting there with this area. But eventually I do want to do cupboards either side, and then like built-in shelving above. But obviously for the time being this is fine. We don't really need to mess about with anything else. But yeah, this was a job that while I was painting the nursery upstairs, Louis just wanted to do something, so he started building this. So that is how that's looking. I am gonna continue to take the Christmas trees down. So I've taken the one down in here, and then I'm partway through the one in the living room. I've got all of like the baubles and everything off, I just need to actually dismantle the tree, take off our like garlands and just have a general tidy around. But I feel like I'm in one of those moods today where I just want to get stuff sorted. Like things are sort of building up. I've got washing that needs doing, clothes that need putting away, but before I put this Christmas stuff upstairs, I really want to try and have a little bit of a like sort out in the extension. This room is just like the bane of my life. I absolutely hate it. And Louis did start sorting it out like a few months ago, but never actually finished it. So this is like our pure dumping ground. I suppose this is like our garage, but it's actually just our like bedroom extension upstairs. So this bit over here, Louis sorted like these boxes out and has just sort of piled stuff up there. I think this is all like his stuff, his tools. I'm not going to touch any of this area. This doesn't bother me too much, but all of this stuff over here, I hate the fact that he just throws boxes all over the place and it's not like, there's no neatness or organisation or anything. So yeah, I think I might just try and even just pile some of the boxes up a little bit neater so that I know where things are and it just doesn't look as overwhelming, because every time I see this room it literally makes me want to cry. So I feel like I'm going to try and tackle this before I bring the Christmas stuff up, because I just don't want to add more mess to this room while it's looking like this basically. So yeah, I think that is going to be my plan now, because I'm better off just starting it and like getting going. Otherwise I'll just procrastinate and put it off. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then I'll continue taking the Christmas trees down, bring the Christmas stuff up, and then the day will probably be over. So the Christmas tree is down, all the decorations are down and have been stored away upstairs. Yeah, this room is now just looking so much clearer. It feels so much bigger when you take the Christmas tree down, doesn't it? But we do still have some Christmas sweets on the table here because obviously they need to be eaten. So yeah, Happy New Year everyone. I thought I would just do a little bit of a general like chit chat, catch up, a bit of a life update, house update, renovation updates, things like that. So right at the beginning of January, it's a brand new year. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year and are feeling refreshed and just ready for the year ahead. I feel like January is the time that I always feel really like motivated. I do also wish winter away as soon as Christmas has been. I want it to be like spring and summer, and yeah, I'm not really feeling the cold anymore. But we've got a lot to catch up on. Obviously if you've seen our like little announcement video, then you'll know that we are having a baby. We're expecting a baby in May of this year, 2024. So I feel like that is going to come around very, very quickly. I am almost bang on halfway through. Within the next few days I'll be 20 weeks pregnant, so this is going to be a very exciting year for us. We did also find out on Christmas Day that we're having a little girl as well, which is just even more exciting. I don't know how people wait and find out like when the baby's born. Me and Louis could not do that at all. So we had an early gender scan at like 17 weeks and we didn't find out there and then. They put the gender in an envelope, sealed it all up, we gave it to my best friend and she did us a little like gender reveal box for us to open on Christmas Day, which was really, really lovely. And my best friend is also pregnant pretty much exactly the same time as me. She's about a week and a half ahead of me, so she did the same. She found out she was having a girl on Christmas Day, so we're both having little baby girls, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, big year for us. Obviously, in terms of the house and renovations, things like that, we didn't have any massive plans like for this year. Again, if you've followed us for a while, you'll know the theme. We don't have like an end date for this renovation. It's very much just we're doing it as we go, just like month on month, whatever we can do. We've just not long had our kitchen done, which is a massive step forward in like our renovation journey. It felt like we were never going to get to the point that we're at now. But yeah, having the kitchen in like over Christmas has been absolutely amazing. We've been able to get a feel for like, I don't know, hosting, having people round, and although we're still really far off the house being done, we're just gradually getting there with everything and it feels good. So yeah, we've done quite a few big things sort of towards the back end of last year, like the past few months. So we didn't have any big plans for this year anyway. We always wanted to start a family, like pretty much as soon as we were married, which we both feel really lucky that that is the way that it's gone for us. We got married in August and we fell pregnant in September. So yeah, we're really lucky that things are just going this way for us. And because this was very much part of our plan, there's nothing really in terms of the house or renovations that we're like having to put on hold because we're now pregnant. We kind of knew that this was hopefully the way things were going to go for us. So yeah, there won't be anything like major happening in the house. However, saying that, we do have quite a few jobs that we are hopefully going to be doing over the next few months. I don't want any jobs to still be going on too close to the baby's due date. I definitely want a good few weeks at least to just relax towards the end and everything to be done, so that I can just nest and organise and get fully prepared for the baby. I want all house things completely out of my mind for, well, once the baby's here, and just for as long as we feel comfortable. I feel like we'll just know when the baby gets to a certain age. We'll know when we're ready to start doing jobs in the house again. But I definitely don't want there to be anything that we're thinking, oh god, we really need to do that or we need to finish that. I want everything sort of like wrapped up before the baby's here. So you'll have either already seen, or it'll be the video after this one possibly. We have obviously started the nursery. That is the next sort of house job that we're doing. I do want the nursery to be sort of completely finished. I know obviously the baby will be in with us for at least 6 months, but yeah, I think especially because it's our first baby and just in terms of like organisation, things having a home, I want the nursery completely finished. So that will be a room that will probably be the first room in this house that will be completely finished, like finishing touches, curtains, we're getting carpet in that room. Yeah, that'll be the first room that we'll actually fully finish, which is crazy considering we've been here for 2 years, but really exciting as well. So yeah, that's all coming in the next video. Obviously that room was literally completely bare, so we've done everything. We've put insulation under the floorboards, we've mist coated, we've panelled, we've sanded, we've done lots so far. Still a long way to go, but we're getting there. So that is an exciting update in the house that will be just continuing over probably the next few months. So obviously I've showed in this video as well the fireplace that Louis started building a few days ago. So once he has finished building that, we've got some plasterboard upstairs, so we'll probably get the plasterboard on and get the plasterer around whenever he's available, just to do that one wall for us, and then that's something else that will be finished hopefully over the next few weeks / months maybe. And then I do have a bit of painting to do in the kitchen, just the walls. I'll be doing that just as and when, if I've got like a spare weekend or whatever. That's not a massive job, but a job that I would like to get done. Another job that we've got on the list as well is the bathroom upstairs. I've showed the bathroom plenty of times before on this channel. I will pop some clips in here just while I'm talking so that you can get an idea of what I'm referring to. But our bathroom is potentially the worst room in the house. It's the one room that hasn't really been touched apart from the bath. We did replace the bath sort of like not long after we moved in when we were doing the extension, because the old bath was really bad. But the sink, the toilet, the flooring, everything is just as it was, and yeah, it is quite old and not very nice. And that bathroom for us is probably the next biggest job that we need to tackle in this house, because we will be knocking the wall down that used to be the external wall. So we are extending the size of our main bathroom, which obviously means that we're not just sort of ripping out and replacing the bathroom, which is a big job in itself, but we actually are going to have to rip it out, knock a wall down. We'll need a beam in there because it was the old external wall, so it was a supporting wall. And then we've completely like reconfigured that bathroom. So that will be a really big and a really expensive job to do, which will not be happening anytime soon. Especially not because we've obviously not long had the kitchen done. We've sort of focused on downstairs. So I do really want to do a bit of a sort of temporary renovation in that bathroom. We could definitely make it a lot nicer than it is. It's just not really been a job that we've focused on yet. However, one of Louis' friends is a plumber, and he's actually got us a couple of like sink units and a toilet as well from bathrooms that he's ripped out that are in really good condition. So hopefully we'll be able to get him round soon, and he's going to replace the sink and the toilet for us. We're going to put some new flooring down, just something cheap, and Louis is also going to build a bath panel for the side of the bath, because yeah, that is just very unsightly, the fact that there is no bath panel there, but that all got cracked and broken during the renovations. So yeah, that's sort of the plan with that bathroom, just to make it as nice as we can to see us through the next few years until we can realistically think about properly ripping out and knocking walls down and replacing that bathroom. And then I think the final job that we're hoping to do before baby is here is we need to do some work on the front of our house, like the front garden and sort of like our driveway. Again, I'll pop in some clips as I'm speaking so that you can see what I'm talking about. But the front of our house is a little bit of a mess. It's been like that since the extension was done last summer, so over a year ago. We replaced the water pipe that runs like from the water mains to our new sink. So that pipe had to go underneath our house. It had to go underneath the foundations, which was a bit of a nightmare because it was existing foundations. It wasn't part of the extension. It had to go underneath existing foundations, and the water board had lots of like regulations and stuff that we had to comply with. So we basically ended up with this very large step at the front of our house, and this was all linked to the water pipe and the regulations. Instead of putting the water pipe underneath our existing foundations, we basically laid new foundations, because eventually we will be moving this front door forward so that it's sort of flush with the rest of the house. At the moment it's recessed, I think by about 60 centimetres, but we would rather utilise that space inside rather than it being sort of like an outside little like porch area. So when we get a new front door, we will fit it, or we will get it fitted flush with the house, so that recess will gain space inside basically. But for that reason, we've ended up with this massive step outside our house. People literally struggle to get up and down it, and obviously now with a new baby and a pram and stuff like that, we kind of need to sort out our entryway a little bit. We need to add another step. Ideally we want to put in a path like right down our garden, so that we basically have a path, a step into the house, and that will obviously just make life a lot easier with a pram, but it's also a job that we would need to do in the future. Anyway, it will make the front of the house look a lot better. It's something we maybe wouldn't have thought about doing quite yet, but because of the baby coming, that's something that we would just like to prioritise. We have had a quote which was quite expensive, as we expected. So I think Louis is potentially thinking about trying to do as much of that himself as he can, but yeah, we'll see. I think we'll probably still try and get another few quotes and just see if we can get the price down a little bit. But yeah, that's basically our house plans over the next sort of 4 or 5 months. And obviously when the baby's here, things will naturally just slow down while we adjust to becoming new parents and just focusing on the baby. But yeah, I am very excited to just continue making the house a home. I want to do a lot of I suppose sort of like decorating and making it feel a little bit more like a home. I feel like I've been saying this for ages, but I want to get pictures up on the walls, I want rugs down, I want curtains, and just all of those things that we never prioritise because they're expensive, and we've always got something else that needs doing first. But yeah, hopefully maybe like once baby's here, if we're not doing as many of the sort of big messy jobs. But yeah, I thought I would just do a quick, well, it's probably not been quick at all, but I thought I would just do a bit of like a chatty update to let you all know where we're at with the house and stuff, and to wish you all a happy new year. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will be us starting on the nursery.